Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the last session, we have considered the measurable properties of a gases. So just we have listed out pressure, volume, temperature, density, and even we consider diffusion of a gases. So they can quantitatively measured with the help of some devices and they are expressed with by using different units. Well, now in this session, we go to the actual concept of the chapter comes to the Eckhart gas laws. Okay, so we know the gaseous state of a matter, they are going to show different properties and their relations, whatever the properties we can measure. I mentioned that those properties are interrelated to one another, and the relation among the different characteristics or you can say properties of a gases can be expressed with the help of gas laws. So what these gas laws suggest is the gas laws gives the interrelationship between different properties of a gases, particularly three major properties. What are those means? They are the temperature, okay, volume of a gas, pressure of a gas, and temperature of a gas temperature of a gas, and even number of moles, or in turn I can say mass of a gas. The relationship among the properties, generally what I am saying, the relationship among properties of a gases are truthfully explained with the help of different gas laws. So different scientists approaches with the help they approach in a different way to explain the relationship between properties of a gases. One among them, if I consider gas laws, say we can get the relationship between pressure versus volume. Okay, what is the information we are going to get with the help of gas laws means, say the one relation we can arrive, it is a relation between pressure versus volume by keeping temperature constant. So is referred as a Boyle's law, means the relationship between pressure versus volume was given by Boyle's law. And second one, volume versus temperature. Second is the volume versus temperature at constant pressure. This relation was given by Charles law. And one more, pressure versus temperature, the relation between pressure and temperature by keeping volume constant. This relation was given by Gay-Lussac's law. So Boyle's law, Charles law, and Gay-Lussac's law, they are the major gas laws which gives the relationship between different physical characteristics, or you can say properties of a gases. Well, other than these, yes, there is a Avogadro's law. Okay, it gives the relationship between number of moles of a gases. Well, now we go for one by first one, Boyle's law. Okay, Boyle's law. Let us consider an experimentation here. Say is a vessel, okay, a closed container is fitted with a piston at the top. Movable piston is placed at the upper portion. Now if I consider volume of a gas occupied here, okay, what I am saying, volume of a gas occupied here. Volume of a gas is nothing but whatever the volume of a container in which gas is filled itself is the volume of a gas. Okay, remember the volume of a gas means the volume of the container itself gives the volume of a gas here. Now what we can do by moving the piston, downward and upward directions, what we can vary, we can vary the volume, we can change the volume, and even we also change the pressure of a gas. Are you agree with this? Yes, by moving the piston up and downwards, it is possible to change the volume as well as pressure of a gas taken inside a container, or I can say vessel. Now consider apply pressure. Apply pressure means piston has to move in which direction? It has to move in a downward directions. Well, listen here. When piston moves downward directions, what happened? Pressure increases. Now compare with the first diagram. So compare with the first diagram. So in the first case, what I said, pressure is less and volume is more. Okay, there is a larger volume present. When we apply pressure, means we increase the pressure, what happened to the volume? Volume decreases. Okay, further, if you apply further pressure, again you look in a diagram, say pressure, if we increase the pressure further, what happened? Again volume decreases. So means with the help of this illustrations, what we can analyze? Yes, pressure and volume both are inversely proportional. Means if you consider pressure, pressure is inversely proportional to volume, or even I can say volume is inversely proportional to pressure of a gas. If you increase the pressure, volume decreases. So this experimentation must be carried out at what? At a constant temperature. Remember, so only when we carry out these experimentations at constant temperature, it is possible to arrive these relation between pressure and volume. So this relation was given in the form of Boyle's law. Okay. So if you increase the pressure, what happened to the volume? Volume decreases. Okay. Well, means what we can say here, pressure is inversely proportional to volume at a constant temperature, or in turn what I can say, volume is inversely proportional to pressure, volume is inversely proportional to pressure at a constant temperature. Okay. Well, so in another form, V is inversely proportional to 1 by P, or V is proportional to 1 by. So Robert Boyle is the scientist who proposed the relationship between, who gave the relationship between pressure and volume of a gases at a constant temperatures. Okay, for a given mass of a gas, if I consider statement, okay, statement for Boyle's law. What is the statement? For a given mass of a gas at a constant temperature, the volume is inversely proportional to pressure. For any given mass of a gas at constant temperature, its volume is inversely proportional to pressure. Okay, means V is inversely proportional to P, that is V is proportional to 1 by P, or P is proportional to 1 by V. It can be said. Okay, what we are saying, pressure and volume both are inversely proportional. Now further, if I consider this expression, P is proportional to 1 by V, so this proportionality symbol can be replaced by what? Can be replaced by a proportionality constant K. So P is equal to K by V. So it's equation 1, so it is the equation 2. So what we got? We got an expression P is equal to K by V, where what is K here? K is a constant of proportionality. Okay. Well, so on rearranging, so PV, product of P into V, PV is equal to K. So PV is equal to K. The product of pressure and volume of a gas at a given temperature will be a constant. Got it? The product of pressure and volume of a gas at a given temperature, or I can say at a particular temperature, will be constant. So we got an expression that is PV is equal to K, that is constant. Okay. Now consider, during the experimentations, what we visualized here is, how we are going to decrease the pressure? Pressure decreases. Okay. Pressure increases gradually, right? There is a gradual increase in the pressure. Similarly, then what about volume? Then volume, on the other hand, volume decreases gradually. So as pressure increases gradually, so volume decreases gradually. Therefore, we can consider different pressure and volume combinations here. Okay. So if you consider pressure versus volume, so pressure gradually decreases, on the other hand, volume gradually increases, right? So we get variables here. So P1, V1, so at a particular temperature, say T1 Kelvin temperature. So P1 into V1 is equal to constant. Some other, say is the P1, say it is the P2. Okay, corresponding volumes V1, V2. So those combinations, that P1, V1 will be constant, P2, V2 will be constant, as like P3 V3 is also equal to constant. Therefore, what we can correlate here, just to consider two variables, P1 V1 is equal to constant and P2 V2 is equal to constant. Therefore, I can equate both the expressions. P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So P1 V1 say initial pressure and initial volume, P2 V2 final pressure and final volume, okay, at different pressure combinations. So will be always equal to what? It will be always equal to constant K. Okay. Similarly, what I can do is say P1 is proportional to 1 by V1. So P1 V1 is equal to K1. Instead of K, what I can say, consider K1. So similarly, P2 is proportional to what? P2 is proportional to 1 by V2, or P2 into V2 is equal to K2, constant. Say P3 is proportional to 1 by V3, or P3 into V3 is equal to K3. Now here P1 V1, P2 V2 and P3 V3, what they are? They are measured, pressure and volume combinations are measured at a different temperatures, say T1, T2 and T3. So that product of pressure and volume at a particular temperature will be always what? Will be always a constant. Remember this. So here a constant taken as K1, K2 and K3. So here P1 V1 is equal to K1, P2 V2 is equal to K2, P3 V3 is equal to K3. So here what are these K1, K2 and K3? They are constant and will be equal to what? Will be equal to K. Therefore, what I can say? So K1 is equal to K2 is equal to K3. All these constants are same, equal. Therefore, what I can say? P1 V1 will be equal to P2 V2 and is further equal to P3 V3 for any particular gas. Okay. So remember this expression, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is further equal to P3 V3. Even I can consider P4 V4, P5 V5 as like it continues. Okay. Well, now it's a graphical representation. How we can represent Boyle's law with the help of graphs. Now, what are the coordinates I have to consider here? The variables are pressure and volume by keeping temperature constant. Say initially the pressure of a gas is high. Say if pressure is very high, then what about volume at this condition? Volume of the gas will be least, since we know the relation P is proportional to 1 by V. If pressure is high, then volume must be low. Okay. Say we can place here the corresponding value P, corresponding pressure and corresponding volume. Now consider when there is a decrease in the pressure, when pressure decreases, right? Pressure decreases, what happens to the volume then? There will be, when the pressure decreases, volume increases. There will be gradual increase in the volume. Therefore, we get one more corresponding point here. So as like when pressure decreases, there will be increase in the volume, so that ultimately what we get a curves here. Okay, we get a curves in the graph. If you plot a graph of pressure versus volume by keeping temperature constant, so these graphs are placed at what? At a constant temperature. Okay, therefore whatever the graphs obtained in pressure versus volume graph, they are called what? Isotherms. Okay, the plots obtained in a graph of pressure versus volume, they are called isotherms, because temperature is kept constant here. So it is named as a isotherms. Iso, same, therms, temperature. Now is the one curve as like we can get a different curves at a different temperature. So when temperature is high, means at high temperature and even at a low temperature, or I can say at any temperature, it is possible to get the data with respect to pressure and volume, and we can plot a graph of pressure versus volume, so that we get a curves, different curves here. So the upper curve indicates at high temperature. So when temperature is high, what about pressure? Pressure will be more and corresponding volume is also more. If I consider at low temperature, we get the below curves. So at low temperature pressure will be less and corresponding volume is also less. Okay, so that we get different curves. If temperature increases, we get a different curves here. Say for example, is the one graph of pressure versus volume. See, these are the different isotherms we are getting, isotherms. Now if I give a temperature values A, B, C, say 120 Kelvin, 160 Kelvin, just for the understanding purpose 200 Kelvin. So which graph, okay, which isotherm will be A here? The one with lower temperature is present at a lowest level. So 120 means it is the A isotherm, 160 means it is the B isotherm, and 200 Kelvin means the upper one. Last will be the C isotherm. Means here if we increase the temperature, isotherm shift with the higher pressure values. Okay, remember this. Well, so is the one way of plotting graph. So just we considered pressure versus volume, and we get a different isotherms here. And if we increase the temperature, isotherms shift in a upper portion of a graph. Okay, well, so isotherms, as I said here, isotherms, the graph drawn between pressure and volume at a constant temperature, they are referred as a isotherms. Whatever the plots we get by in a graph of pressure versus volume, those plots are referred as a isotherms. Okay, well, further just consider in a different way of expressing the Boyle's law. Now we can consider pressure and inverse of volume. What are the coordinates now I am specifying? Pressure P and the inverse of volume 1 by V. Well, we know that pressure is proportional to 1 by V. Means if I consider the quantity of 1 by V, okay, say 1 by V as a x, so P is proportional to x. How it is? Directly proportional to x. So means here x is nothing but 1 by V. Okay, so what I can see here, pressure is directly proportional to inverse of 1 by V means what I am saying, inverse of a volume. So is a directly proportional. So what I can say now, if pressure is high, what about inverse of volume? Inverse of volume is also high. So when pressure is high, inverse of volume also high. Inverse of volume is high, then what about volume here? Volume decreases. Okay, V decreases, but 1 by V increases. Inverse of volume is more. Okay, so in a graph, what I said here, say volume decreases but the inverse of volume increases. 1 by V we are looking for. 1 by V means it will be high. Okay, so pressure is directly proportional to 1 by V, as I said here. Therefore we get a point here. The corresponding point is the corresponding point at high pressure and high inverse of V. Now when pressure decreases, then what about inverse of volume? It also decreases because both are directly proportional. So when pressure decreases, that inverse of volume also decreases, so that we get one more corresponding point. Okay, so as like if you start putting the points here, what we get? We get a straight line with positive slope. Now on extrapolating, okay, what is the nature of graph means here we get a straight lines. If you extrapolate, the straight line is going to, okay, meet the origin. Okay, means here if we plot a graph of pressure versus inverse of V, 1 by V, what is the nature of graph? We get a straight line by passing through origin. Okay, well, so when high temperature, again in this case also, this type of straight lines can be obtained at any temperatures. So if temperature is high, what about pressure? Pressure will be more and inverse of volume will be more. If low temperature, if the measurement is done at very low temperature, then corresponding pressure will be less, so corresponding inverse of volume is also less. Okay, so we get a straight lines here. What is the coordinates I mentioned? Pressure versus 1 by V. So the first graph will be P by V. So here what we get? We get a isotherms, different isotherms. So in different isotherms, here T1, T2, T3, T4. So what is the relation here? T1 will be less than T2, will be less than T3, is less than T4. Please remember this. And second type of graph, what is we plotted? Pressure versus inverse of V. So here we get what? We get a straight lines. Okay. So here also we get different straight lines, corresponding temperatures T1, T2, T3, T4, different temperatures. Again here also the application is same. If temperature increases, that plots shift in the upper part of the graph. Okay. Well, now we are going for one more type of representations of a Boyle's law, that is PV. Now we are taking product of pressure and volume. We are taking product of pressure and volume versus pressure. Okay. Now what are the coordinates here? A product of pressure, volume versus pressure itself. So when product of pressure, volume, we know the meaning of here. When pressure increases, what about volume? Volume decreases. Or when pressure decreases, okay, when pressure decreases, what about volume? Volume increases. Means how they are related? They are inversely proportional. As the law says, both are inversely proportional, right? If high pressure, low volume, and vice versa. Therefore, this quantity, the product of pressure and volume, remains constant every time. Okay. Say if we take the product of pressure and volume versus P, say when product of pressure volume is at certain point, so we get a corresponding value here. And further, when pressure increases, what happened to the volume? Volume decreases. Therefore, the product of these again remains same, constant. Further, if you decrease the if you increase the pressure, there is a further decrease in the volume. Therefore, net quantity of PV remains same. So what we get? We get a straight line here, which is parallel to what? Parallel to pressure axis. Okay. If you plot a graph of pressure volume, product of pressure volume versus P, we get a straight line which is parallel to what? Parallel to P axis. Remember, parallel to P axis. Now, if this is, it's about the graphical representation of a Boyle's law. So we considered three type of graphs there. One is pressure versus volume, second pressure versus inverse of volume, and third pressure, product of pressure volume versus pressure. Okay, here we get curves, here we get a straight line, and here we get a straight line parallel to, okay, parallel to what? Pressure axis. So remember these conditions, okay, for Boyle's. Now what we are looking is relationship between density and pressure. Okay, relationship between density and pressure of a gas. Well, we know about density. Okay, Boyle's law says pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Therefore, mathematical form will be P is proportional to 1 by V at a constant temperature. Now P is equal to K by V. That proportionality symbol is replaced by a constant, proportionality constant. So what is the mathematical expression we got? P is equal to K by V, or PV is equal to K, says the equation 1. Well, PV is equal to K, say equation 1. On the other hand, what we know is density is nothing but is the ratio between mass to the volume. Yes or no? The density is nothing but mass by volume gives the density. So D, mathematically, D is equal to M by V, or we are equating for V, right? So V is equal to M by D. Now here in Boyle's law, PV is equal to K. There is a V expression. Volume term is there. So in density also there is a volume term. So volume, according to the density relationship, volume is nothing but mass divided by density gives the volume. So we can substitute equation 2 in equation 1. So at the place of V, what we can place? M by D. M is the mass and D is the density. Therefore, so at the place of V, what I am writing? We are just mentioning M by D, which is equal to K. Well, further we rearrange it. P is equal to K by M into density. Well, here what is this K by M quantity? Means, say K is a constant. We already mentioned here K is a constant. And what is M? M is the mass of the substance. Is also constant. Means there are two constants here. K and M both are constants. If I remove the constant, if you remove these constant, okay, if I remove the constant, what is the relation? P is directly proportional to D. Means pressure of a gas is directly proportional to its density. Okay, higher the pressure, more is the density. Low is the pressure, less is the density of a gas. So please remember, pressure of a gas is directly proportional to its density. Well, I hope you understood that Boyle's law. Well, now consider one or two MCQs here. First one, at constant temperature, P is proportional to 1 by V is. Okay, at constant temperature, P is proportional to 1 by V is. Boyle's law, second option Charles law, Gay-Lussac's law, none of these. So what is the answer here? It is the Boyle's law. Okay, what Boyle's law says? For a given mass of a gas at a particular temperature, its volume is inversely proportional to pressure, or I can say pressure is inversely proportional to its volume. This is the statement for Boyle's law. Okay, here we have discussed about Boyle's law statement, mathematical form and a graphical representation of a Boyle's law, and the relationship between pressure and density of a gas. Okay, I hope you understood this. With this, I am going to conclude about this session. Again, in the next session, we are going to discuss about numericals on Boyle's law. Okay, thank you. Be safe.